So this is the first edition of All Titty Talk, an open space for Black women and femmes to come together, vent, discuss their problems, their wishes, their wants in a safe, inviting space. We do not allow any devil's advocates, any men. This is our space to talk about issues that everybody wants to silence all the time. I just want to hold these spaces for Black femmes to come together and say what the fuck we need to say, because motherfuckers do not want to be listening to us. But in this space, you will be listened to and you will be heard. I just love being late. Hello.
Why is my thing a Santana?
Why is it Santana? You did it.
I'm real. Is there a way to make him like my background? Damn.
Yeah.
So is this titty talk or big titty talk?
So
All
this is
Wow, discrimination.
talk.
Oh, so all titties matter.
Yes. Today, I know for me, I felt like people were talking about the situation in terms of this is a Black people thing, or he would have said that to anybody, and it's like, no, it's classic misogyny like happening right now. That man actually hates Black women.
Period.
Like most people, and I'm gonna just need y'all to just say that directly with your chest. Like, there's no need to be aggressive or passive aggressive. Just start your statements with that way, so that the other people, because we know when we see it. Like, clearly I saw it. I was like, he can't be talking to Black women like that. Like, just like how a lot of people, they don't mind getting sex from us, labor from us, and clearly our money, and still feel the need to like degrade us. And it's just like, wow, you really like trying to like push some power over us. Like, that's really your vibe. That's what you're trying to do, regardless of like how we benefit you. Okay.
Dress code. No ball caps or casual headwear, do-rag, hair cap, etc. No slides, all slides, especially fuzzy ones.
Especially
fuzzy
Who else wears them?
No tank tops, no bodysuits, no explicit words, visuals, no jerseys, no sagging pants, no sweatsuits, sweatpants, yoga outfits, gym clothes. He might as well say no edge control. He might as well say no bundles of life.
And at first glance, it looks like the same, anti-Black ass dress code, right?
No bodysuits? I'm sorry. That's all I wear. No bodysuits?
What really fucked me up was especially the fucking whatever else, right? And it's like, you're saying that you're a Black space, right? So you do shit like play Throw That Ass in the Circle, which is a very explicit song. Like, it is not no G-rated shit. Like,
You're not playing Sade in that bitch at all. That's
Baby, one thing about me, I twerk to anything.
Shit, I think even a little Summer Walker. You got to be careful with that, because Summer do be having the shit, to make you want to. But my thing is, what people fail to realize is a lot of people are the fucking police. Like, absolutely, police be having a badge, but a lot of people operate as motherfucking 12 themselves, and all they can think about is policing Black bodies, especially Black feminine and women identified bodies. And it's because we see it, we feel it, we know it, but you don't want to do it with your chest. Do it with your chest.
A little bit of power or adjacency to power, that's the first thing they're gonna fucking do.
I want to be white.
You know what that dress code was reminding me of? Baltimore. Who else in here is from Baltimore? Okay, you remember Jimmy Seafood? Do you know Jimmy Seafood? Yeah. Jimmy Seafood do the same shit where you can't come in the ballroom, you can't come with athletic gear, you can't come in with like casual jeans, like sagging jeans.
You're Black.
Yep. Period.
I don't know if it was the same place in Baltimore, but there was literally an example of a child. And children, you is not dressing your fucking child in no 3-piece suit, especially if it's not after church.
No.
But just dressing like a little t-shirt, some little shorts, because they about to fuck shit up all day. That's a child's uniform, understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they have a ball. And so they was like, oh no, your child can't come in here. And then the lady ever so effortlessly pointed to a little white boy who was dressed the same exact way and actually cutting up. You feel me? Like, her child is just sitting there, trying to stay out of grown folks' business, just paying attention. And the white child just all over the damn restaurant, all in the lobby. And the waiter or whoever it was, the hostess was just floored. Couldn't even get the racism out quick enough to figure out why he's discriminating and being racist as fuck. Like, No.
Oh, he the police, baby. I mean, he a lawyer, but he acting like that. That nigga be on the other side. Nigga, you don't be trying to help us.
And that's where the problem comes in for me, because it's like, y'all made it seem like y'all was a Black-owned space, although you are technically owned by a Black person. But don't say that you created this in his rant. I created this so Black people can feel comfortable, but we can have this space as our own. If you're gonna police the way Black women are acting in said space, then throw that ass in the circle when my sister was just following directions.
Following directions.
Okay?
Exactly.
Off of the fucking liquor that was served to them in a Duce box.
Down and eat your food. Don't play.
He had to wait 2 hours.
Like,
first of all, he should be very concerned or very excited that people are packing out your fucking restaurant in the middle of a panoramic.
Exactly.
Okay? Local panoramic.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got no fucking distancing. It's a closed fucking space. They've been there 2 hours, so somebody in that bitch caught COVID.
It's over 25% capacity. You can tell. By the way, if
people don't have no food, honestly, I would be happy that somebody is twerking, because what they could be doing is a lot worse.
Right.
A lot fucking
over an hour? Like, come on.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
When I would have dined and dashed on that man, who?
As soon as he said, I don't need your money.
I was like, and ran.
That's my cue.
He's starting to be mad about it since she's so upset. Let me let you really be upset, because I hate when people accuse me of some shit when I know I ain't really do too much for real. And I be like, you know what? Bet. I got you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you so that way you'll know next time when somebody's really trying to disrespect you.
You already know.
One thing
that really need the money, you wouldn't be open during this time.
Exactly.
In the middle of a poly D, bitch, you act like that's security during this time. Bitch, you supposed to be in shut the fuck down.
That's the thing with the Black elitist class. You clearly not that motherfucking paid, because paid bitches can sit down and not do shit, and the money just take itself. Paid bitches don't gotta do a motherfucking concert. Paid bitches don't gotta be in a restaurant yelling at no motherfucking patrons with their
don't gotta be washing out Douce bottles and throwing in some cheap ass slushy in there for some fucking
stretched out liquor. Like, ain't nobody trying to hit.
But you don't need their money though.
You got people hungry and drunk off of liquor for 2 hours. And apparently, this is the other thing too. This is not his first time being anti-Black as fuck, because apparently he had some type of food truck situation going on. Something happened with food, maybe the food spilled, whatever. You know, customer got a little antsy, customers got antsy. Off of their Facebook page, they were disparaging customers and like attacking them by their abbeys. So professionalism, you don't even know how to operate as professionals. You can't talk to me about decorum.
No, if you don't need my money like that, shut down and rebrand. Shut down and rebrand then. If you don't need my money, to rebrand to who you fucking want.
Because the Black dollar is so blacks.
Go for the.
You know what's so funny? If you do go on their Twitter page prior to the situation, or right when the situation happened, one of their last retweets or reviews was from a white guy, and I was like, "Is that your audience?"
Girl, it's about to be. If it ain't already, after what he said, watch all the whites flock up in there. He gonna be right happy. And that's just what it need to be. I don't think no more Black people need to go, but the little Black elitist folk, they gonna be the ones that's still gonna be stepping up in there.
I've seen white people throw up on themselves at restaurants where people was paying $30 and $40 for drinks. They can't tell me shit. I'm sorry. I'm not doing shit for the respectability of white people.
I've seen white people go in wearing yoga pants, tennis shoes, flip flops, whatever.
I know a white person
upscale restaurants. So
with that same shit on, with that same white people walk in these places that do have dress code with the same shit that's literally on the dress code list as if they got dressed by the damn anti-dress code list, and nobody says nothing to them, because what you really are saying, I don't want too much niggatry in here. And you can just say that.
You don't want no Black women in there, because I guarantee had it been a game night or some shit like that, he would not have told a bunch of niggas in that room.
Niggas be scared of niggas. Niggas be scared of niggas. Black
niggas don't only be scared of niggas, they want niggas' approval. They want niggas' approval. They are so in love with other niggas clap for them and like them. The fuck, he would have been like, yes, keep on going, niggas, do the most. The fuck didn't. That's why he mentioned them in his little speech. He wasn't telling them, yo, be respectful of this like space. He was like, I can't tell these men to respect you if you can't respect yourself. Nigga, we ain't, they not even here.
Your ass.
They not even
here. Your respect of me should not have anything to do with my personal relationship with how I respect myself.
Exactly.
If anything, if I don't respect myself, you should want to respect me more and show me and model that for me.
Basically, they be saying, I don't respect you, so you don't respect yourself. And it's like, nigga, what?
Don't that shit on me, bitch.
Right.
Then there was people making this argument about, oh, he's a black owned business, so we need to support no matter what. And it's like, no, because you know that's giving me that same rapey aunt, rapey uncle vibes. Oh, that's your family, so we just gonna keep it under wraps. We don't need to be discussing what's going on outside of who was here, and that shit just does not fly. And I don't know about Dallas, because people were saying like it's not that many black-owned businesses in Dallas, which I'm not even sure if that's true or not, but whatever. But I don't care who it is, because I feel like at the end of the day, with that conversation of, oh, we still need him, that's always at the brunt end of Black women. Like, we always have to have the extra bear of that burden, because people are saying, oh, well, your needs don't matter. And because it was a Black woman, people, like, it was people in the clubhouse talking about, there's more important stuff for us to be talking about. My nigga, you just sat on this call.
Wow.
You just
what?
2 hours.
What? Huh?
It's like you want to take this time to talk about anything else other than what we need. Now you want to talk about climate change? Why niggas want to talk about climate change today? When we talk,
we're
about
the ones that are hurt the most by it anyway. Black families, underserved families in communities where they don't have people that can divest from fucking harmful practices in environmental like zoning and shit like that. Right. Who's hurt the most by that? Black families, Black women. Oh, back to my original point. The fuck? Everything leads back to us. They're talking about, oh, well, it's not that fucking hard to find another Black chef or a Black woman chef who doesn't fucking disrespect Black women, who can make good food and do fake cocktails.
Yeah, the thing that's most important is that you not be working from a white supremacist framework. If you are doing that, you're definitely going to be anti-Black. And you're definitely going to exhibit all types of misogynoir type shit. Mm-hmm. Like, fuck out of here with that. Like, until Black women are free, none of y'all are free. I don't know if you read the Combahee River Collective Statement, but it is a wonderful one. And that's an actual real-ass framework that you can work from. And then you might get a touch of liberation. But you can't do nothing without us and think you're going to benefit for real, because as you're seeing, the planet is fucking decaying. So if that is your point that you want to make, you need to do right by Black women. It's not going to happen without us. It's just not. Nothing happens without us. Mm-hmm. We know this to be facts. People know this when they want to make money. They know this when they want to sexually objectify us. Mm-hmm. They know this when they want labor from us. But when it's time for us to say what we need, it's like, oh, I don't got it. Mm-hmm. I'm not sacrificing my livelihood. I'm not smiling up myself for my oppressor, and I'm not gonna sit there and put my needs over yours. Hell no. That's not my job as the person that lives in the margin. No motherfucking ma'am. You got all that motherfucking power, and you can't make space for the most smallest of things, like fucking slippery. Because I had to talk to another Black woman earlier today, talking about dress codes and feeling like dress codes are appropriate. I was like, baby, do you even know where restaurant dining and shit like that and fine dining, quote unquote, come from? Do you know what that is? That was there and created to make middle class people feel like they have some type of wealth, right? That faux like I'm rich, but I'm not really rich for real. Mm-hmm. It's no coincidence when you look at who are servers, who are waiters and bartenders, they look like who? That's what that was there for. And they're telling you how you need to be in order to be into this space, because this space is ultimately white. It comes from whiteness. It comes from colonization. That's what that is. Someone waiting on you, like the whole entire experience of even dining out sometimes I really get to think about it. I'm like, this is completely unnecessary. Yeah. Someone coming into an establishment dressed a certain kind of way has no negative impact on you in any real material way. Your need is just to police them. Policing don't make no fucking sense. That's where the real frustration comes from, because there's no need to police people. There's no need for the police. Something that's supposed to be a joyous and happy moment, you know, even though people are doing that in a selfish way for themselves during the middle of a panoramic, it's like, okay, whatever, but you still wanted to police that. You ain't want to police the space on some like, yo, y'all not even supposed to be here. There's not even supposed to be this many people. I don't even really got no fucking business open.
Fuck about that.
Like, people are sacrificing a lot, including their own fucking lives, to be in your fucking restaurant, and you can't even show the Black women in that bitch 75% of your customer base respect. Like, you know, these Black women, they're going back home to their families. They're going back home to their essential worker jobs. Like, please, come on.
You're struggling. This is a time when businesses are struggling. And you would gladly turn
This
away.
not even. They haven't even made it to the year point yet. You hear me? When most restaurants die and before the year. And what's so sad about this? I would like to think that this means that either this business person has to start doing business and start holding themselves accountable, because can't nobody make you do that. You have to do it yourself. You have to choose accountability, right? Or you have to be out of business because that's the natural consequence of the fucking anti-black misogynistic shit you've done. If that doesn't happen, that's to me, that's not necessarily, I would like for that to happen, either or of those options. But really, the world is built off of anti-blackness. It's built off of misogynoir, for real. And so I know people love these things, right? People like to police Black women. And if you check the comments, it might be people that are saying the things we're saying, but overwhelmingly, for real, it's people saying, oh yeah, he was right to do that. It's okay to talk to Black women that way. They were wrong. They shouldn't, no. Like, he doesn't have a whole history of being anti-Black as fuck, as being misogynistic as fuck. People don't give a fuck. No matter how much we do, no matter how much we give, people really, they're there to exploit us. And what he was telling those Black women in that moment was, I am here to exploit you. You are not a person. You don't have any person or humanity here in this space. It is here for Black patriarchy, okay? That's what he was operating from. Patriarchy make you bold. Just like white supremacy, it don't make too much sense for real, but they do it anyway. Because it's about power.
No, why somebody dumbass on Clubhouse was like, oh, you can get E. coli from people twerking.
Just when?
You know what?
And most people get pink eye.
People be saying that none be washing their hands for 20 seconds. Wrap it up.
I'm saying. They saying that, but ain't wearing a mask in at a restaurant in the pandemic. Baby, it don't matter. The Rona was already creeping through.
E. coli?
They say that shit be the main ones at a hookah lounge.
You see it, you still eat that fucking Chipotle and worried about E. coli, bitch.
Faithfully, okay?
Honestly, truly, though, I ain't gonna hold y'all. If it was still some other kind of Black music, child, if it was a song that I felt like I could give my life to and I was drinking, I'm going to dance. It'd be hey,
period. And if I'm in a space that don't want me to dance, that space not for me. That space is not for me. I'm too much for the space, and that's fine. But you ain't
not say that they are for the culture, for the people. You got fucking rap lyrics all up and down your restaurant. Y'all drinking out of Douce bottles, like, yeah, but you for the people though. But this young lady can't clap her ass cheeks together because it's hard to fucking control that shit. If you hear throw that ass in a circle, what you gonna do?
Throw that ass in a circle.
Throw that ass in a circle.
I'm throwing it in a circle.
Fuck you.
If you hear songs that got a nice beat
and cussing y'all out for the late ass food,
it's within us.
And I'm like, how classy is the place y'all spell cocktails with a K?
Oh wow!
Why is that a part of the
illusion for me?
Cocktails, that's a part of the what you're saying. No,
true.
Those who don't say that. Over the child don't say FOMO the child and cocktails.
Out of fucking reused Douce bottles. Bitch, Jay-Z should fucking kick your ass, nigga.
Why did he address the whole restaurant? Why did he feel the need to get on his podium and speak to the entire restaurant when it was one girl? It wasn't even like, it was like everybody was fucking shaking ass. All the rest of the Black women was sitting there eating. So I don't understand why people don't understand that it's like, it's not about just that one girl. It's the fucking history. It's the dynamics of it. It's the fact that because one Black girl did it, now you're going to yell at every Black girl in the restaurant.
He was waiting for that.
Yeah. Niggas' favorite game to do.
He was waiting for that.
Niggas' favorite
my thing is, I don't know too much about
Black women. I really do think that a lot of men, especially Black men, one of their favorite things to do is to humiliate Black women when they feel themselves.
They get off on the degradation. It's
it.
absolutely pleasure. It is absolutely pleasure. Because people were very pleased in the goddamn comments. Mm-hmm. They're pleased on Clubhouse. Like they're enjoying it. People love to see us degraded.
Yep. Girl, the people sat there and still ate their fucking food. That's all we needed to know.
When I say he had a room full of the right ones, I was like, the wrong one not in here. You got this many Black. I was shocked. I almost don't believe it for real.
I already thought me and my friends, we was getting up. We was, oh, girl, what?
I was shocked too.
Get them lamb chops, girl. We get that drink. Get that bottle.
Like, we put them out when we home and then Derek used to check me.
bitch.
That
Look.
shit was
I said you had some of the best
horrible.
cut
Like,
across
ever.
black women in that space because they didn't even turn your restaurant upside down. The
Ain't
way
Ain't
no
that
big
fine
bitch.
like a
You
select?
I accidentally tip a table over. Just oops.
I've been to
Fucked up.
in that bitch. Flip that shit out.
That's what you get for serving me 2 hours of alcohol with no fucking oops.
A mosh pit in that bitch, like, for real. Cause it's no way you gonna talk to me like you the principal at a fucking middle school dance and you saw somebody dancing on somebody and you about to call their parents. It's no way. I'm sorry.
My parents don't talk to me like that. Like,
They can't talk to me like
who are
that.
you talking to?
Absolutely not. They know my motherfucking boundaries.
And I'm definitely not sitting through the whole thing and then paying for my meal afterwards.
Impossible.
No.
Impossible.
Listen,
Impossible.
listen.
It's no way.
I would have felt like a
You know what?
dumb.
Honestly, I feel bad
Fuck
because
not.
I feel like those black women, you know, sometimes when you're shamed, you don't really operate from the best place, right? In being able to advocate for yourself and defend others. You're sitting in that shame, right? Because people shame us all the time. And so, like, how many people have experienced being shamed that publicly? You know what I mean? In front of everybody. They was probably just so fucking shocked. Like, I don't black men in particular, and unfortunately, we're the victims. So I definitely don't want to victim blame them on that situation. Yes, I would have loved for them to advocate for themselves, but honestly, he said 75%, which means not 100%. So somebody in that room could have said something, you know what I mean, who don't exist in those identities. He was specifically talking to black women, and yet again, black men,
Weakest
black men,
link.
y'all are so possessive over us, but people can talk to us any fucking kind of way. Any fucking kind of way. The same ass that you was enjoying being shook, you ain't have shit to say when it needed to be defended. You ain't had nothing to say.
Especially when it comes to other black men. Different. Like, I remember I was, my homegirl was bartending and I came to visit her at her job and they was swamped and everybody was drunk and just, you know, all black people. This was in Baltimore City. And the nigga got drunk as shit. One of the bar patrons got drunk as shit and like started like going back and forth with my friend behind the bar. So I'm sitting right there. I thought they was joking at first because I'm a bartender too. So I know like people be coming around, be playing. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe they playing. But I was just like careful to watch the body language. And I was like, well, one, he's belligerent drunk. But two, like this nigga might slap her. That's how he's looking. Mm-hmm. So I'm standing right there. I'm like, excuse me, like, don't talk to her. Don't put your fingers in her face. And he turns around, looks at me like he about to beat the shit out of me too. And so he's just yelling loud, back, big, strong man too, in our faces. Two women, room full of niggas. Nobody say nothing.
Nobody said, I used to bartend too. Same exact situations. I had to defend myself in so many situations. And I'm looking around, grown ass men around me. And I'm just like, nobody
saying nothing. Like, it was to the point where I literally turned around and looked these men in the eye and was like, yo, can y'all get him? Like, I'm talking to you, is this your friend? Come get him. Because they all standing there looking like, So the owner of the restaurant, who is also a black man, he was also in the kitchen. He comes out, sees what's going on, turns back around and goes back in the kitchen.
Wow.
The restaurant man owned it. What?
The owner. And I told my friend, I was like, yo, you need to quit right now. Like,
you know what I'm saying? These people will watch you die. You know how many women have lost their lives?
And that shit happened.
But be talking about they the toughest niggas on the street. Sorry, I don't see it. The thing that gags me about that, I haven't bartended, but being a black fat woman in a space, you know how many times, like, that is a dead ass fear in me and why I feel like I have reasonable motherfucking agoraphobia, because it's like I've been so many places where niggas just out of nowhere fucking try me. Like, I've been at fucking Afro Punk in Atlanta and I'm with my roommate who's also, you know, a dark-skinned black woman. And this nigga is mad because, you know, I hate to say it, but his girlfriend was short. And he didn't really get her to the front so that she could see. So anybody in the crowd, she can't see over them. And I'm like, well, nigga, put her on your shoulders. Do something. Yeah. But don't be sitting there trying to fight me because y'all can't see. And this nigga was dead trying to fight me. And I'm looking around like, do he know me?
What is right? Like, what? What
made you feel like I was the one?
Exactly.
That has happened to me several fucking times. I've literally seen the way black men will especially be very fucking aggressive with me. You feel me? It's because this is gonna be on other platforms. I can't tell you how I really would respond, but just know I'm not the one. I come from a long line of not the one. You're gonna fuck around, and somebody's gonna pull you on your dare. Like, you don't frighten me. I will go down about myself. You feel me? That don't bother me.
I used to be a bouncer, and I literally, like, in my whole life, like, entirely from the time I was a kid to now, I've gotten into more fights with men than I've ever gotten into with women. Like, I mean, even as an adult fighting grown ass men, I don't want to do that shit no more. Like, dead ass, I be playing like, ooh, I'm fragile. Somebody help me, bitch. I don't want to fight no niggas no more. I don't want to fight nobody no more. I don't want to lift no fingers no more. I don't want to do any of that type of work.
That shit's
you shouldn't have to.
I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to.
You know, you're not antagonizing people, so shouldn't nobody be antagonizing.
And that's the thing. It's like we be minding our business, and then people want to come around and tell us how we should live and tell us what we doing wrong and all up in what we doing. We don't be doing shit to y'all.
Now they want to talk about for real after the goddamn country don't lit on fire. Racism is a public health issue. Misogynoir is a public health issue. Misogynoir is a problem. Okay? And we need public health interventions because y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. And it's a lot to keep fighting for ourselves. We're going to do it regardless because clearly we don't got no motherfucking choice. It's that or perish. You know what I mean? But we don't put ourselves in these situations, so we're not really the one responsible for it.
And too many of us are already perishing at the hands of it. So it's like...
people talking about this shit in hypotheticals. This is real life, baby.
Real life. This shit happens every day. Like, as we all can attest to, being harmed, one, by Black men, but then being harmed in the presence of Black men and not being protected. And people think it's just a hashtag and it's something to tweet about, oh, protect Black women, oh, like, you know, for likes and fucking retweets.
Girl, dad.
Real life shit.
Thinking that is a barrier for opening your mind to these things. Because one, when you acknowledge that the thing exists, then you got to think, damn, how have I facilitated or been in?
There we go.
And that is what be holding y'all up because when you acknowledge that thing, you also have to acknowledge that you benefit and get some either whatever kind of power from said thing. And so you have to say, oh, I have power over other people in certain situations and circumstances, right? And I'm also complicit or explicitly oppressing these people some kind of way. And then, so what do I need to do and what do I need to be rallying other people to do? That's where people get stuck. That personal responsibility shit, that accountability, because like I said before, we can't hold you accountable for it. We can encourage it for you. We can set environments and spaces for you to help hold yourself accountable. But you gotta make that motherfucking choice today. You gotta make it today in this moment. You don't gotta wait
those moments. Your homeboy, be doing like abusive ass shit. Just be looking at
I don't even want to put it on other people. Everybody, including myself, because I'm suffering from this depression, I can internalize that shit and then project it on other people if I don't fucking address what I be internalizing.
Yep, that's exactly.
You feel me? I have to ask myself, how am I policing myself and how am I policing others?
Without outside influences, because niggas, like, when it comes to, yes, we had 300 people in a clubhouse call or whatever. Out of those 300 people, if there's somebody who they consider like a person of power, in order to like nudge up under them and get towards that adjacency, they will abuse that power that they want or the power that they have, internalize that shit and spew it back out. So having smaller spaces where only the people that are affected is more helpful than putting it in Clubhouse or putting it on Twitter where all these niggas can come and troll or come and be devil's advocates.
Yeah.
Not all skin folk is kinfolk.
Girl.
Like I said, like I'm gonna say what I got to say because that's who the Lord made me. He made me a communicator. He made me somebody that could take my experiences and share them with other people so that they won't have to go through the same thing that I went through. But there's some people that just don't want to hear that shit and that want to purposely create chaos. And that's okay, but that don't stop what we doing. That don't stop us from having to continue to push our truth no matter what. A lot of people ain't gonna want to see us be happy. They don't want to see us free. They don't want to see us getting money and relax and resting. They hate that shit. But I want to see it. So I'm gonna work towards it. And I don't give a fuck who has something to say about it. You tune in, you tune out, whatever. But the work's still gonna get done.
Because what do Black women do? We support. Listen,
we going to take that money.
Conversation at this point.
Okay,
stop supporting things and people that don't respect you as a human. Let it go. Let that shit go. My allies, listen, don't mind me. But let that go. Right now, Black women. Let that go. People that show us their ass, wipe your hands down with them.
You don't need to stick it out. You don't need to suffer for nobody.
You don't need to nobody.
You don't need to teach them. They can learn it on their own. The resources are there. Don't do it.
Y'all saw how we put parsley on the yams? That's the real issue. That's what we really need to discuss.
Wait, what?
You know what's so sad? You could do
Free
like
the shackles of
butter.
parsley.
What you say,
You could
Sarah?
do a nice little cinnamon butter, really spice up the yams.
What do you do with the yams?
He put parsley on it. He put nigga glitter on it.
What?
That nigga good.
Nigga glitter.
Nigga glitter.
Niggers. Honestly, truly though, I can still see Black women supporting him, and not even if they think that they are the elitist type or all that stuff, but I could see them trying to just feel like, well, he wasn't talking to me, he was talking to Shorty because she was the only one that was twerking, and that's why they didn't get up and leave. So I really wouldn't be surprised if.
No, they was all on his Twitter talking about, oh yeah, I can't wait to go. Oh, reservations opened up. Y'all want to go?
That
I want to go.
is activated.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing I can do then.
You know, once somebody hits the shade room, I'm like, oh shit, whether good or bad, it's
Because
over.
they truly don't have they truly do not see things for themselves. They don't see their own humanity, and so they can't see when somebody's oppressing them.
Sorry, just like when we was protesting this summer, and the lady in the car was like going off at us. There was a lady in the car like wilding us out. Black woman, we protesting for Black women. She wilding us out. I gotta go to work because why y'all doing this? And blah blah blah. And then cussing us out, ready to fight. And we just like,
Black woman
for you.
Yeah, girl.
Understand it. And that's why again I say all skin folk ain't kin folk, and we don't even have to put that much energy into the ones that ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it. Okay, you don't understand right now.
Bye-bye.
Hopefully, we doing it so that your daughter won't go through the shit. Since you don't think it matter, it ain't even about you. It's about people that's coming up after us. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, it was a bunch of them in the comments. Oh, reservations opened up. I can't wait to go now. Oh, y'all not gonna be in there. And then
people thrive off of that.
Right?
They thrive off of that shit. They really, that's what boosts them in their self-confidence up, because it's not really real. It's built on a foundation of degrading other people.
And it brings me back to what I said earlier. When people was like, oh, he not talking to me. Okay. He definitely fussed out the whole restaurant. He definitely
generalized Black woman. Yeah. He was like, I'm sick of you bitches wearing wigs.
And it's not his first time.
Twerking around.
It's not true.
And your fuzzy slippers. Why you wearing the fuzzy
slippers?
Bitch. If it's a public service announcement, bitch, you talking to me. You talking to me.
He made it apparent that every Black woman there knew. If you even think about shaking your ass, you can get the fuck out. That's what he said. Get the fuck out. I don't.
Yep. And he said y'all. He said y'all. And one thing that really shocked me, because every Black person already know when somebody be like, man, fuck y'all. When one person is the reason to be mad, niggas like, what you mean? Y'all, I ain't do shit. And everybody was quiet.
I really felt Angela Davis Black unity. I really, really did, because that's how I've been feeling. And I definitely don't need any particular person to validate that. But some of y'all can't come with us to the Black liberation side. Some of y'all are very invested in the degradation of us, and I can't be with it. You want to dehumanize other people. You don't want to live in your full humanity. You don't want to see me live in mine. You can't come with me. You don't deserve to come with me because you're invested in white supremacy. At the end of the day, this is what that is. You are invested in white supremacy. Like 10 toes down with it.
I could have freed a whole bunch of more slaves if they knew they were slaves.
Listen, that's why I said Harriet. No, for real, no shade. Harriet really was a good one, because I really don't have that in me. Like, I'm already at that point where I'm like, oh, you don't want to get it? That's fine. Maybe the mothership can't save you. Like, I'm not going to pull teeth. Like, you might get it eventually. It might not be from me or whatever, but that's fine. But I'm not about to beat it into you. I don't have it. I'm trying to fight you niggas at the same time. I'm not about to beat it into you. Like, I already got to protect myself. Like, the fuck, cause y'all ain't gonna do it. Now I gotta educate you. Nigga, what the fuck am I getting? I'm getting nothing. Still humiliated, still not protected, still disrespected. Like, no, bye. Sorry. Like, fuck your fight.
When we protect them, we just giving them more access to end up hurting us in the long.
That's why I just said what I said.
Think about it. I mean,
and that's why during the midst of this pandemic, I said, if I'm going to be out there protesting, and rest in peace George Floyd, because that brother that did not deserve to happen for him. But in the same sense, it was so many other men that was just making it seem like especially with what happened with Toya, and rest in peace, sister. Like that was like a slap in the face. So I'm like, you know what? I've been in this house. I've been trying to protect myself from a pandemic, but the one thing I am going to march for, and if that be the death of me, I die for a good cause. It's for my Black sisters, my Black femmes, my daughters, everybody. Like that's what it was going to be, and that's exactly what we did. We was out there marching in the rain. In the rain for our good sisters, for Brianna, for Toyin, for Nia, for everybody. And too many names. I'm sorry, I can't even list them, but every last name on the list. I'm sorry. I was out there marching. I'm like, if I'm a fight, literally for my life and for my sisters, this is gonna be the reason. And that's exactly why I did what I did, because I'm tired of being beaten by them and by the white people.
The motherfucking protest, the motherfucking Black women's liberation is coming to your fucking door. It was so affirming to be in that space and not even have to explain why we're there. Everybody knew why we was the fuck there. You feel me? The amount of camaraderie and solidarity I saw in those moments, like my comrades, die about them, okay? Like this not for play. We've been past that point. Black women have been past that point. We've been feminism and womanism and every other thing since the dawn of white supremacy itself. You feel me? And
where my Miss Sandra at? Let's go!
We've been in the cut, we've been in the trenches, and you know what I mean? So if you want to join, cool, but you got to do so radically. I'm not asking for no passive aggressive shit. I'm not asking for no little sprinklings, a little promo, a little t-shirt. I need your full investment.
I don't give a fuck about them hashtags. I don't care about the tweets. I don't care about the
dimensions.
Or the blackout post.
I need it online and offline.
I still love you, niggas. Okay, but what are you doing? Are you showing any action behind it?
Matter of fact, come on, drop that Cash App.
Listen,
money sign DES, money sign DES.
Period. No, for real.
Letter D as in Delta, E as in elephant, S as in Sam. Thank you very much. Always taking money. Because what's so sad, what's so wild for me, somebody one Black woman had gave me $25 just because, right? And then I saw another Black woman being brutalized by her parents for being trans. And I was like, bitch, if you think I'm not about to switch them $25 over there, put it that way, and I allow these same circulating dollars just go around.
Yeah.
We provide for each other that way.
Exactly.
I have lived such an abundant life since I really dug into my womanism bag.
Yeah.
Like I'm always provided for. I'm always taken care of. Even when I'm not at my best, there's always Black women there to really pour into me as I pour into them. And we're setting boundaries for each other. I know y'all is peeping the scene. And niggas is shook. I really feel like that's why that nigga was letting that chest off, because you think people is lost on how we moving and we really getting together.
No, they see it.
We really out here. They see us. This is a motherfucking movement. You can't stop us.
No, you can't.
Not at all.
And that's why, like Terry said, when we was protesting, everybody that was there knew what was up. And the sad thing about it, but not surprising thing, it was more white people there than fucking Black men.
Yup.
More white men there than Black men. And we all marched in the streets together. And even Ari Lennox pulled up. And that's why I'll forever have love for her, because she on North Avenue in Baltimore City marching in the rain with us. Just showing up with your body. I'm really about that life.
In the middle of a panorama.
Really what I believe in the middle of a pandemic. Mask on, mask off. This is really what we believe in. This is our lives. I don't know how many times even when, like, just in general, on Twitter, you see things, somebody got hurt, somebody got shot, somebody got murdered, somebody is lost, somebody's missing. When I say somebody, I mean a Black femme. Missing, lost, killed, murdered. And if you type in on Google, just type in like Black trans women, dead, murdered, shot, killed, this way. And that's just the ones that make it to the news. That's not even the ones that we don't know about yet. And I'm like, do y'all not get tired of this? Every time you get on Twitter, you'll see at least 3 Black women, Black girls missing. Everybody, retweet and go, huh?
But don't ask themselves, how am I motherfucking facilitating misogynoir in my real ass space? What am I really gonna do to hold myself accountable and get shit cracking and changing?
Girl, they don't.
I know Black liberation is
enjoying that.
They don't even read the shit that they retweeting and going at.
It's performance for them. It's performance. It's nothing that will really take away the power and privileges that they know they have.
Which is,
I don't trust a lot of these niggas that's activists anyway, because they'll do that shit to me. Yep. It's a form of social currency now. Who said that? Somebody said that recently, where activism is a form of social currency now. Like that little nigga with his blue vest. Got his little Pepsi deal.
Oh, child. He be like, I'm from Baltimore. Child. The shame.
The police.
And not even just that, those main activists be the same ones abusing women behind doors.
Oh,
exactly.
So then what?
Say that.
Because you talking about you protecting women, you throwing these marches and shit, but when you get home, you raping women and touching them inappropriately.
Regurgitating all the stuff that Black women been saying, only in like a basic ass way, just to like, you know what I'm saying?
It's real easy to do that over social media too.
You know what I mean? You got to be careful even on the internet. Like the shit crazy.
Yeah, like it's real easy.
Because the work is real hard work. When you're actually doing it, like when you're really in it, you're constantly thinking like, yes, I'm moving this forward. How am I fucking up? How can I be better? Like it is a challenge. It is a struggle for real. And it's ever clear to people. You feel me? Like it's ever clear to people. And then the chances that you do some fuck shit, own that shit, my nigga. Black women, we're not even really granted womanhood for real. We are Black others, okay? I don't even say that womanhood is really our gender, because when people say women, they mean white women. They mean lighter skinned women. They don't really mean Black and dark. That's not what they mean when they say that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, we're that disposable to you. We are literally that disposable to you. It's sad and pathetic. It's disgusting, despicable. But
then expect everything from us.
That's the gas.
Learn everything from us. Y'all can't do shit.
Do nothing without us.
Without us. Y'all don't know the next step without us. Because we the blueprint. We the one that created all this shit. You don't know what to do without us. Y'all couldn't even wipe your ass. We literally gave birth to all of y'all niggas. And still do.
Mothered you in a million different ways, even when you did not deserve it. Okay?
Like,
live life in a million ways, with and without a uterus. The fuck? Like, y'all listen. Because for me, it's not really about our worth, right? We deserve the motherfucking protection and liberation, because we are motherfucking human at the end of the day.
I hate the question, like, what do you do? Especially right now. Because, like, bitch, I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to stop. But I do want to, like, kind of let the people know what you stand for. So I guess that's what we'll say. And I'll start. My name is Nakia Hampton, a.k.a. Petty Betty. And I'm a Gemini and with a Virgo rising, Scorpio moon. But but I stand for Black women's freedom to express ourselves the way we want, to show up the way we want, to be as sexual as we want without being sexualized, and to just celebrate our livelihood that makes us who we are, and not just like the good things, but all the trauma that we've been through. I stand for us healing that, so we don't have to continue like letting that shit go from generation to generation. And I stand for turning that trauma into gold and playing alchemy.
Hi everybody, I'm Zara. I'm a Somali American staying on the south side of Atlanta. I'm a makeup artist and a content creator, and you know what I mean? As Na would say, I'm dancing on the line between feminism and misandry. All right, my focus is just, you know, Black women, Black queers, just LGBTQ, just plus everything, like just the liberation for us, period. Okay, and that's just me.
My name is Terry. Black woman, single mother, stepdaddies, put your apps in. Also, Baltimore raised, Baltimore bred, Baltimore love. I stand for Black liberation, specifically, well, not just specifically, but especially Black women, Black femmes, Black girls, because I am a Black woman, a Black femme, a Black girl. And until we are free, none of us are free, baby. That's just it. That's all. Ashe.
I'm Olive. I am a Black woman. I am from everywhere, but I live in New York right now. I am a writer, creator, filmmaker, all that, musician. I stand for the breaking of generational trauma, generational curses based off of trauma. I stand for representation and healing of Black, queer, LGBTQ especially trans Black people. I stand for divesting from white supremacist and capitalist and patriarchal structures. And I stand for building worlds creatively until we can build our own world in the real world.
I am Nefret, she, her pronouns. I definitely identify as a womanist and abolitionist, of course. I'm of Jamaican descent, living in the American Empire, location TBD. And I feel like I stand for all the things that has been said on this call. Like, there's literally nothing that I don't stand for. I'm with all that shit, as Pop Smoke would say. Give me lit. And I know that Black liberation is possible, but it has to be nuanced. It has to acknowledge the intersections of powers and privileges and things like that. And as these, well, I feel like everybody kind of said that, but like, if we're not free, then nobody else is free. If you don't free the Black women, then none of that shit is gonna work. It's gonna fail. So I really want people to internalize that, practice that, live that, breathe it, eat it, all that good shit.
I feel like it's important to continue having these conversations, just even if it's, amongst your friends online, as annoying as it can be to deal with these people. And I'm not saying that we have to educate all the time, but us just speaking about our experiences, that's enough. Because I know, like, with my male friends, I'll tell them things that I've been through. And although, they'll see it online and stuff with people, it's like when you know that it's happening to people in your everyday life, that your mom probably dealt with some shit like this, that your sister and your grandmother, your cousins, although, like we said, it shouldn't be people that you're related to, but
the lady across the street.
If that's the lady across the street, you're a daycare provider. Like, almost every woman that you know has at some hand been, a victim to this. That means that something needs to be done. And I'm a believer that, like, shit can change. And it might not happen, while we're alive, but I feel like us doing what we can as far as staying true and authentic to protecting Black women, like we say, like actually living that life, which we all do. And that's why I wanted to invite y'all to talk with me. But that, to me, is the first step. I know I appreciate dealing with other Black women that I know are down for the ride to protect our femmes, queer, fit, everybody, not everybody, but everybody that's also down with what we stand.
Exactly.